Well, a Colfax bar is dealing with a flooded basement tonight after Friday's heavy rain sent several feet of water rushing in. 9 News reporter Colton Chavez is live outside the Squire Lounge with more on the cleanup. Colton.
Yeah, Shalima, speaking with the owner earlier today, he says this is the worst flood he's seen in 22 years that he's owned the bar. A little bit of good news, though. You can see the lights behind me. Business as usual at the top level, at least here at the Squire Lounge, but he says they may have to fight to keep it that way. Sometimes hitting rock bottom starts in the basement.
We're serving all the canned beer that was in the walk-in or in the cooler because we're like, can't serve draft beer.
On Friday evening, a round of heavy rain came down in parts of Denver.
Everybody down wherever the tree lawn is, it just flooded the whole building.
For Sudhir Kudva, he says the basement of his Squire Lounge saw several feet of standing water.
So foundational wall collapsed. We have everything off the ground because we're used to flooding. So everything is 6 inches off the ground. And in 22 years, I've never had a problem with anything getting wet 6 inches off the ground. And then this is 3 feet.
Sudhir says hitting rock bottom for a bar is when you find all of your kegs damaged and floating in dirty floodwater.
I'd say probably 30.
As they work to clean up the mess, the Squire Lounge is still selling canned beer on the main floor.
I can't pour you a draft beer for a couple of days, but I can, keep you a cold one.
Sudhir says he's not worried about the next round of drinks, but is worried about the next round of rain.
If this is going to happen every time, there's no point in doing remediation. It's just we're going to have to close it down.
He wants the city of Denver to look at ways to improve the drainage system on his corner of Colfax, an area that he says is already struggling because of the construction from the city's bus rapid transit project.
We've been treading water for the last 2 years. We're breaking even. And you know what? I'm fine breaking even if there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Do another one.
And a way up from rock bottom.
We're gonna fight it. And if the city helps us, we're going to be around for another 100 years.
Now, talking a little bit more with the owner, he tells me one of the reasons he thinks that flooding could be an issue in this area is that BRT project, which is still congesting this area of Colfax as I stand here tonight. Now, we reached out to the city to ask them about that. We're still awaiting their response, and we'll bring that to you the second it becomes available. Live off Colfax tonight, Colton Chavez, 9 News.